Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Super Review Show, Mixed Bag Live Show, right here. Bill, why don't you introduce yourself, my friend?
Hi, everyone. I'm Bill Murphy. I've been, you all know me by now. I've been here with JT for the past couple weeks.
Oh, yeah, this is
He's
our.
holding me hostage. Someone please save me.
we're not keeping track, but I wanted to say that this is our 11th episode, our first of the new year, which is fantastic.
Oh, wait, wasn't last week our
Oh,
first
right.
episode of the new year?
Gangster Films was the first one of the new year. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and you know what? We're just going to say, because last week, we actually forgot last week was the first one of the new year due to certain circumstances. But happy 1 week late new year.
Oh, yeah. Happy 1 week later here. Way to go. All right. Well, listen, I'm glad to say to everyone who is out and about right now that you're so glad to be joining us right now. Whether you're listening to us on YouTube, you're watching us on YouTube, or listening to us on our podcast, which, by the way, now we have podcasts. Just let you know. I did a whole video for that. Check it out on the channel. Just want to let you know.
Woohoo. Now I have two podcasts.
Yes. Now, Bill, you're on
Sports Insanity Podcast. Check us out. We are on all platforms.
You have to have me on your podcast at some point, my friend. You
my really sports podcast?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm actually recently met one of my co-hosts recently.
I did. It was very cool.
My very good friend, Dan Ryans, a.k.a. Danny, a boy, Reginald.
Okay.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah. Let me know when you can come on.
I would love to. Let me know when you're doing it, and I'd love to see it. So, anyways, we're here tonight on this fine, lovely evening to talk about
my sex tape. No, I'm just kidding.
No, not your sex tape, Bill.
It's a work of art.
Oh, God.
Dude, I'm busting your chops.
I know, you bust my chops every time we do a show. Anyways.
So that's the point. What do you want me to do? Just sit here and go,
yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, what's going on here tonight is we're going to be discussing our favorite.
Not your
favorite. Oh my God, our favorite animated movies.
Applause!
Yay! We're going to be talking about our favorite animated movies, whether it be from Disney, from Pixar, from wherever you may, even Illumination Studios at Universal or even Paramount, anywhere you possibly see an animated movie. We're going to try and talk about it tonight.
We'll talk about it all. The good, the bad, and just what the fuckery is in these movies.
Oh, yeah.
You'll hear it all, folks. You'll hear it all.
You will hear it all. Well, anyways, Bill, any other things we have to say? Oh, from the top or no? Do we have to say anything or?
What do you mean?
Do we have anything else to go before we start our show tonight?
No, I think we're good.
All right. If he says we're good, we're good. Well, in that case, let's bring up some stuff here on the Super Review Show.
Woo, the Super Review Show, where we talk about everything.
Basically everything. Let's talk about Pixar. Let's start at the top, shall we?
Start from the top. Sounds good, my friend. Okay.
Let me share my screen with you.
What are your things of Pixar, my friend?
I just want to give some overall thoughts about this.
First of all, Joe Wiley is on the chat board. Greetings.
Oh, boy. Greetings, Joe Wiley.
Joe Wiley. Hi. And tonight, I bet you're happy. Hockey is back. Let's go, Rangers.
Yep, let's go, Rangers.
Okay, I'm sorry. What were you saying? Pixar.
I was gonna say, why don't we talk about animated movies in general? Why don't we talk about Pixar? Why don't we talk about things like that? You know, come on.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
All righty. Well, let's get into it then. First off, can I share my initial thoughts first, if that's cool?
That sounds cool.
All righty. It sounds cool to me. I love Pixar. Pixar, yes, I am at a certain age where I'm familiar with a lot of the movies and whatnot. I'm familiar with this and that. At the same exact time, yes, Pixar has had some missteps in their films, to be completely honest. One of them is the thumbnail of this video, which I'll get into the whole thing in a second. But overall, though, I love what Pixar has done. They are, to me, one of the best movie studios out there. I did not have a chance to see Soul yet, but I
Me
do
neither.
know that. Yeah, I heard it was very, very good though.
Yeah, I'm hearing great things about it. My brother and his girlfriend saw it, and he said it was really good.
Yeah, I got him at the other ones. This one with the trolls and Luca, they sound fun, but we'll see where they go from there. Or Coco was a lot of fun. Anyways,
I really liked Coco.
Coco was actually a very, very nice movie. I really liked it quite a bit. Well, let's get into it a little bit more. So, Pixar has released films since 1995, such as Toy Story, the Toy Story franchise. They've released Up. They've released Coco. They've all these films. Even these we almost forgot about the short films. They've released actually little like small 10-minute short films too. And our dear friend Matt Hemsley's in the chat board. Just want to give a shout out.
What is going on, buddy? How are you?
Hopefully he's doing all right tonight.
I watched Soul and I liked it a lot. Highly recommend. Sounds good.
All right. Well, I did a reading about it in my class, so that's good today. Finding Nemo. A lot of people forget. Some people forget about that, but not a lot.
What, Finding Nemo?
Yeah, Finding Nemo was a Pixar movie.
Yeah, that is like one of my favorite Pixar movies.
A Bug's Life. No, I did not like A Bug's Life.
It's very underrated. It was actually one of the first ones. And you want to hear a fun fact about A Bug's Life?
Go ahead.
A Bug's Life was actually pushed its release date because there was another animated bug movie that was coming out around the same time, Ants.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah, and they actually pushed it ahead because this was at the time when Disney and when DreamWorks have already formed their own studio.
Oh, okay.
And DreamWorks was actually made up by a bunch of former Disney animators, such as Jeffrey Katzenberg.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole story. We'll probably get to it later. But anyway, what happened was that I think Bug's Life was, I think Ants was supposed to come out first. And then, no wait, Bug's Life was supposed to come out. And then John Lasseter was meeting with Jeffrey Katzenberg. And because Lasseter and Katzenberg were still good friends. And then what happened was they stole the idea and they kept moving the date so their movie could get out first.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but Bug's Life is I think it's very underrated because it was one of the first ones and it kind of lives in like Toy Story shadow, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, actually it really does. It actually really does. Oh, we have it. Just check the chat board for a second, my friend. Not sure if this is you or not.
Anthony Kent. Well, hi, Anthony. Good. Nice to meet you. Or Soul is on the level of Coco and Inside Out for me. If you're talking about animation, Studio Laika is where it's at. I don't know what Studio Laika is, Anthony. So,
Anthony, if you could tell us what Studio Laika is actually in, that'd be really great and helpful. I'd love to see. If you could also point out some other animation films that they've done, that'd be great.
Yeah,
we're
check it out.
Completely honest, we're unfamiliar with it and all that stuff. So, also I was going to say Inside Out. I want to touch on that for just a hot second.
That is a really good movie. I
liked it quite a bit.
Actually shows that like stuff like emotions are actually very complicated.
Yeah, and to be honest, it wasn't that like. It's hard to explain. It really wasn't like the thing with anime. The Inside Out was, well, first off, I'm not getting too graphic or personal, but this was my first date ever. I took a girl to see Inside Out, and I didn't really watch the movie, but that's besides the point.
There's children watching, JT.
Bill, I'm sorry. Anyways, so it was a fun time. Anyways, so this was a really fun. I watched it again outside of that one encounter, and it was really fun. I really had a really good time. This movie was so fun and so unique on so many levels. Like the emotions had their own stuff going on, like the voice cast. I loved it. It was actually Amy Poehler as Joy was a great addition too. She's a great actress as well. Outside of Parks and Rec, she's really good too. So
I really do like Amy Poehler.
Yeah, if only Tina Fey was in it. No, but Inside Out, it was great. It was such a great film.
I did enjoy it.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know. I just overall I like this one. Bill, what do you think about Inside Out?
I really liked it. I actually first saw it when I was in college. They had like free movie nights.
Nice.
1,000 years ago. Matt remembers those nights. Matt, comment if you know what I'm talking about.
And also Anthony Kent. I'd just like to point out really quick. Anthony Kent just pointed out that the animation studios, Laika, I think that's how you say it. Forgive me. Produced Coraline, produced Kubo and the Two Strings, and Box Trolls.
Oh yeah, okay. Then I have seen some like I've seen Coraline.
I've seen Coraline. I did not see Kubo, but I don't remember if I saw Box Trolls, to be completely honest. But that's good to know. Thank you for pointing that out. That was really very helpful. That I was completely unaware of that studio completely. But
getting back to Pixar.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll get to that in a second too.
Yeah, and I also want to get back to another Pixar movie. We'll get to that in a second. No, Inside Out. I saw it in college when they had when we had movie nights, and that was the thing about emotions in that movie is they don't water it down.
Oh yeah. No, they played it to the heart.
And I really liked it. It was one of my Matt saw it at the same event I was at.
Oh, that's funny.
That was before we were friends too. So
even funnier.
Yeah. And now he can't get rid of me, can't you, Matt? Anyway,
the girl aspect too, how like she's inside her head, the sadness one takes over. Like with spoilers, it's been out for 5 years or 6 years, whatever. If you haven't seen it, whatever, go on it, get on it. But
yeah, you might want to do that.
But like, it was really like it really dealt with a lot of stuff, and it was kind of a heavier Pixar movie too.
It is one of the heavier Pixar movies.
Like it really is if you really think about it. It's got some leverage to it. It's really good. It's brilliant. I loved it.
It's good. They don't water it down.
That's exactly it, Bill. They did not water it down whatsoever, and I really like that. They just kind of let it do its thing, and I really like that quite a bit. So
yeah, and also a few other Pixar movies I want to talk about. We kind of breezed through them, but I do want to talk about them a little more, if that's okay.
Sure. Which one?
Coco. I really like Coco.
Okay.
I dare you not to cry during the scene when he's playing for his grandmother. I dare you not to cry.
Can I be completely honest? I actually did not cry, but I thought it was very emotional.
Yeah, it was very moving.
It was very moving. It was very emotional. Coco, look, I saw this on a movie date, anyways. But it was, and this one made her cry, but it didn't make. It made me tear up a bunch of times. I'm not a big crier in movies. Like if I really am invested in the story, like we'll get to Disney films in a minute, but Moana, I saw that. That was wow. Like for a grown man, that was really great, But Coco was so great though. The guitar, the dead Grant, it was so good, and it really Pixar's diversifying themselves a little bit here and there, and I like it quite a bit. But let's face it, if they want to make money, they can always just make another like A Bug's Life 2, whatever, or 3.
Remember, Disney and Pixar will just keep shitting out money.
They will. It's actually crazy. But yeah. So, any other thoughts on Coco?
Yeah, I really liked it. The movie kind of made me tear up a little bit.
It did. To me too. And I can't lie about that at all. It actually really did make me tear up a little bit. Hey, we're grown men. It can happen.
Yeah.
But I liked it quite a bit.
How you do that make a grown man cry? God, I'm showing my age. Anyway.
That's all right, Bill. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Anyway, what's an other Pixar movies?
Can I talk about one?
What?
Can I talk about Up?
Sure.
Up is, I saw Up in theaters when it came out in 2010, and I will not shy away from this. I actually did cry. And look, so much happens in the
just a couple minutes. They're just like the
10
first couple minutes.
The first 10 minutes. Some people, this is their favorite Pixar movie. Some people, this is like, what was it? Up is their favorite Pixar movie.
Because you know what it is? It's like,
Yeah, what do you
because
think?
I think Doug and Rob Walker from Channel Awesome, I think, said it best. He said you could watch the first 10 minutes of that movie and be completely satisfied. Because, the first 10 minutes, it's just life. It's just life, you know what I mean?
In a Pixar movie, how crazy is that?
Just life.
It's. I know someone.
You meet your sweetheart.
Yeah.
You get married. They want to have kids, but unfortunately they can't. And they just grow old together, and she dies.
Yeah, I remember when that first couple scene came out. So, and then he tries to sell his house, and he goes to. The whole thing is. God, that scene is great.
That scene is absolutely fantastic. That movie, I dare you to watch it and not tear up. It's really something.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's something. It really is something great. To be completely honest. Look, I cannot emphasize this enough. 2009 it came out. Holy crap! I didn't realize it came out in 2009.
God, it came out. Let's see. I think that was like May or June 2009. I was a freshman in high school.
I was in middle school. I was
a freshman in high school when that came out.
Oh God.
Yes, folks, I'm old. I get it.
I'm old. May 22nd, 2009. So whatever year you were in, your end of your freshman year, I guess.
Yeah, it was like the end of my freshman year.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is a really great movie, though.
But I didn't really see it at first because I was in that. Oh, okay, folks, we were all in that phase of life when we were like, "Oh, I don't want to see a Disney movie. I don't want to see a Pixar movie. I'm too cool. I want to go see that. I want to go see the Hangover."
The Marvel movies.
What was that?
I want to go see the Marvel movies.
I want to go see the Hangover. I want to go see something cool and edgy and grown up.
Oh yeah, Neighbors, whatever, right?
Yeah, but it's like so funny though. It's like when we're kids. I know it's like when we're like in that high school phase of life when a new animated movie comes out. Goes, oh, that's for kids. I want to see something cool. I want to see something edgy. I want to see something with sex and violence in it. Oh yeah, I'm such a grown up. But when we get older, it's like, I want to go see the new Pixar movie, or hey, I want to go see the new Disney movie, or I want to go see the new DreamWorks movie. It's like when we get older, I think we start appreciating it more from like an art perspective.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that definitely does. I'm just thinking about it too.
And like, it's like those movies when we were kids, we really couldn't find anything, we just enjoyed it because we were kids. But as we were older, I think we find more stuff to enjoy out of those movies.
That's true.
Yeah. And getting back to Pixar, another one of my favorite Pixar. I love The Incredibles.
Oh my God. After Incredibles, I got one too, and then we'll move on to any other concluding thoughts and whatnot.
On Pixar, then we move on to the next one.
Well, then the next studio or something. What did you say? You said it was Incredibles?
Incredibles, yeah.
Oh my God. Did you like Incredibles 2? I have to know right now.
What was that?
Did you like Incredibles 2?
I did. I thought the first one was better, but I liked Incredibles 2.
I agree as well. Like some of the complaints I heard was like, well, basically it's like, oh, well, the second one was like less this or that. You could just tell, like, and the second one picked right up where the first one left off, and the first one left off in the middle. They're about to go defend this battle.
Yeah.
I really did. I like the fact that Jack kind of developing more kind of thing. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, but the one thing I kind of wish that I wish they kind of had was
What?
I kind of wish they kind of aged everything, like, have Violet as an adult, Dash as a teenager, and Jack is like a 10-year-old. I just wish they did that instead,
Yeah.
because because like one of the things is they couldn't get the original voice actor back for Dash because at that point because don't forget that was like a whatchamacallit.
2004 it came out.
Yeah, it was
Huge
that
gap.
was like a 14-year difference. So the kid who probably played Jack, he's older, his voice changed.
He's probably got married and have kids by now. So
They can't bring him back because he probably can't get his voice in that range. So they probably had to bring in someone else.
Yeah, really quick, I just got to point out in the chat board, Anthony Ken has to say something about Incredibles. He said, yes, Incredibles is my favorite superhero movie, animated or not, until Captain America, the First Avenger came out.
That's very cool, Anthony.
That's good.
Yeah, Captain America, the First Avenger. We can all agree.
It's fantastic. But this one, let's face it, Incredibles is a superhero movie.
I remember when and well, that's to another point that I'll bring back in a minute. But
yeah,
I remember but yeah, I saw okay, I'll just bring this point now. I remember when Incredibles 2 was coming out, there were posts on social media saying they were saying, hey, kids, you are not allowed in this movie. We've been waiting 14 years to see what happened.
That's right. That's right.
And so please do not talk while we're trying to watch it. And because let me tell you, Justin and I actually went to go see it. And even though there are some animated movies I like to see in theaters, I will admit you do have that in the back of your mind. Of, oh my God, what if we're like the only adults there?
What if we're the only adults there?
No, because I've been in a situation, side tangent. I went in, I saw the Muppets Most Wanted with two of my friends.
Okay.
And this was in 2014. Yeah, 2014. Us three, we were the only adults in the theater without children.
Wow, really?
I kid you not.
That's crazy.
That was one of the most embarrassing moments of my life.
That's actually really wow. But for real? Oh my God, wow.
Embarrassing. But when we saw Incredibles 2, there was actually a mix. There were parents taking their kids.
Yeah.
There were there were parents taking their children. There were there were people our age. And it's nice to see in a way because seeing the young kids there, like I remember watching that when I was a kid.
And now those kids are watching it when they're a kid and we're like older and all that.
It's like you're sitting there nostalgia. Like I'm never gonna forget this. Is one kid when we were walking out of the theater saying, I want to be Mr. Incredible for Halloween.
Oh my God, that's funny.
And this kid must have been like 5, 6.
Wow.
And I'm like thinking, wow, like this is a movie that I used to watch when I was a kid. And yeah, God, I sound like such an old fuddy-duddy right now. But anyway, other Pixar movies, I know we got other studios we want to get to, but I'll just run through real quick.
Yeah.
We cannot not talk about Pixar without talking about Toy Story.
Of course. I wasn't even thinking that actually, but yes, let's go with that.
The one that started it all.
It's true, and it won an Oscar it was a specific Oscar. I forget what it was called.
For Best Animated Picture.
No, it wasn't Best Animated. I think it was Special Achievement in Film Editing or something.
No, it was for Best Animated Feature.
Was it?
Well, for Toy Story 3.
No,
Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 1.
I think it was for Best Achievement. And
I think so.
I think Toy Story is just that was like one of my favorite movies growing up.
Oh, it's fantastic.
You got a friend in me.
Yeah.
You got a friend in me.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So what is your favorite out of the Toy Story series?
Oh, this could be a whole nother thing too, but I'm going to tell you the honest truth. I can't comment on Toy Story 4 because I haven't seen it.
Fair enough.
Okay. But hear me out when I say this in chat board, whoever's watching, please feel free to chat or comment or whatever your thoughts in the chat board as well on your favorite Toy Story movie. If you've seen all four, if you've seen whatever, let me know in the chat board right now what you have seen and what you like about the Toy Story franchise, and what your favorite one is, because I'm curious to see what people have to say. Because honestly, let me just preface by what I'm going to say with this. The first one might, again, because I'm saying I haven't seen the fourth one. Let's just go with this. The first one might be the worst one of the three.
I don't think it's bad.
No. I mean, it's not bad at all, but that shows you how good the trilogy is. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. That's what I'm not trying to bash it at all, but like that's what I'm saying. I think Toy Story 1 might be the worst one, and that's not an insult at all because it's still an amazing film on its own. Yet it's the beginning of it, of a small franchise. If you think about it, Toy Story 2 still, let me see actually, while I have it up. Toy Story 2 still has, I believe, it still has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes today. It's one of the only films that ever has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. And I used to watch Toy Story 2, going back now, everyone, on a VHS tape.
Oh, me too.
And I was like, oh my God, Toy Story 2. Because I was like, the first Toy Story, like, it to me personally, at that young of an age, this may sound weird, but it looked weird because it was like early CGI and stuff. The second one was better than the first. Toy Story 3 comes out like a decade later.
1 decade later.
Yeah, literally. Toy Story 3 comes out in 2010. I saw that in theaters. I was in middle school at the time, and I saw it opening June 18th. Yep, that's right. And
that was like the end of my sophomore year of high school.
And to be honest, Toy Story 4, I have not seen Toy Story 4 at all yet, at all. But hear me out. I think that this one might be the best.
Toy Story 3?
Might be. And how many, this could be another show that we do. How many sequels in the third film in the franchise is the best one?
Well, I actually, if you ask me which one my favorite, I'm going to have to say Toy Story 2.
Okay.
But I really do like Toy Story 3. Because you know what? And, okay, listen, I just want to say, I don't think Toy Story 4, I'm not going to spoil it. I don't think it was bad. But it just didn't need to be made.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. I heard that too. I haven't even seen it yet.
It just didn't need to be made. I think Toy Story 4 was just a shameless cash grab.
Oh,
there was a scene there were a few scenes that I did find funny. But especially with Key and Peele. I love Key and Peele. So, anyway, what I'm saying is, the Toy Story 4 is it just didn't need to be made. It was a shameless cash grab. I think Toy Story 3 that's where they should have ended it, because it ended it on a perfect note.
I was just about to say the same thing. The thing with and I'll get to the chat board in a second, everyone.
Again, I dare you to not cry at the end when after Andy drops off all the toys.
Spoilers if you haven't seen it, by the way.
What?
Spoilers if you haven't seen it.
When he says,
"Yeah,
you're gonna take good care of them now, right?" And she goes, "Yeah, okay, bye." And then I dare you to not cry when Woody looks and goes, "So long, partner." I'm like,
that was perfect. It really was.
I remember watching that. It took me years to watch after it came out and it was on Freeform. And God, why do these Pixar movies make me cry? Damn it, Pixar! You're threatening my masculinity. But
can I put something on the chat board really quick?
Sure.
Our guest of honor, Anthony Kent, is
Toy Story is amazing.
Yeah.
Pixar created a commercially successful animated film that works for kids. I agree. And I thought I was babysitting, but I loved it. I took some kids to Toy Story 3 and thought I was babysitting, but I loved it. Hey, well, that's the thing with the Toy Story franchise is
for adults and children.
it's adults and children. And you know what the thing is, they're the kids who grew up with this. They call themselves Andyites.
Yep.
Because that's the name. Because once you look about it, a lot of the kids were Andy's age when the first one came out. And it sort of chronicles through their life. Like Toy Story 2 is about, growing up and giving away your old, and possibly are you going to outgrow your old toys? Toy Story 3 is about, when you do grow up. And, because, Toy Story 3, most of those kids those Andyites, most of them were at that stage of life when they're graduating high school, getting ready to go to college. And then Toy Story 4, not to get into too much detail for JT here, but it kind of like a lot of those so-called Andyites, they're probably now grown and have children of their own.
Yeah.
Now have kids of their own. And they're probably sitting there watching this, goes, wow, I used to watch this when I was a kid, and now I'm watching it with my kid. And I think that's the thing about these, like, listen, a lot of these, I'll be honest, a lot of these Pixar sequels are just shameless cash grabs.
But this one is the best.
But you know what? Like, here's the thing. At least you get to watch, at least like a lot of the adults, they're like, wow, I used to watch this movie when I was a kid, and now I'm watching it with my kids. But yeah. Okay, my favorite Pixar before we move on to something else. Finding Nemo.
Oh, great. Classic.
Just keep swimming.
Ellen DeGeneres was actually very good at Dory.
Yeah. It's and you know what my favorite scene from that movie, two of my favorite scenes, is when they go off the school of fish.
Yeah.
And the school of fish asks, Dory goes, is this guy bothered? Goes, no. They goes, hey, and then Martin's like, hey, can you give me directions? Hey, let the lady talk. Hey, you like impressions? Like, okay, just like in rehearsal, gentlemen. And they do all that. I'm a fish with like a swordfish. And then my favorite part of that, would somebody please give me directions? Would somebody please give me directions? I'm serious, blah, 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 blah. I am miles from home, and they're doing their stupid impressions. And then Dory talks them down.
Oh, my God.
My favorite part. Mine. The bird, the birds.
Yeah, the birds.
Would you guys shut up? Or when Martin and Dory are on shore and the bird's like, do not make any sudden movements. Hop in my mouth if you want to live. Hop in your mouth. Now, why should I trust you? I know your son, Nemo. I can take him to you. You know, why?
Shout out to Anthony.
I love those birds so much.
I just want to say something, Bill. And then I got one more Pixar thing to talk about. We're going to go a little overtime tonight.
That's okay. I got nowhere to be tonight.
Good, me too. Amen to Finding Nemo, maybe the last modern classic animated film to be released. What do you think? I think it's a high contender for that. Like as far as the animated films go and Pixar goes, it's very popular. Finding Nemo.
It really is.
I would to this day.
And everybody knows it. Just keep swimming.
Everyone knows that. It's insane. So,
But you know what?
Go ahead.
I think it's sort of like an inspirational motto for life. When life gets tough, just keep swimming.
Yeah, for real. Really, just keep swimming. Just keep moving. I taught you well. I
remember the Finding Nemo DVD.
Oh yeah.
They have on the menu, they have Dory going, just keep watching. Mark's like, just press a button already.
Oh my God, I remember that. Oh, you're killing me here.
That was a great movie. That was out like I remember when that came out. I was like in third grade. That movie was everywhere.
Yeah, and it still is. It stands the test of time. It's fantastic.
Okay. Whoa, we just spent like almost a little over 40 minutes talking about Pixar.
I got one more. Can I please? I'll do all the talking. I swear.
Okay, I'll just stand up and go get something while you talk.
I hope you're joking, right?
I'm just getting something from right over there.
Oh, go ahead. You're fine. Cars, ladies and gentlemen. Good. Cars, ladies and gentlemen. Cars. Lightning McQueen here. Literally, this movie. Okay, I'm gonna show. We did our first ever mixed bag episode. Was actually a was a car was an unpopular opinions show. One thing I want to just point out to you with Cars, the first one in 2006 was everywhere. And to be honest, it's okay. It's not great. It's okay. It's okay. It's an okay movie, to be completely honest. Cars 2 comes out, and it's like a spy thriller thing, and Lightning McQueen is its own thing. Mater, it's a step back. It was okay. It was a little bit better than the first one and all that stuff. But hear me out, ladies and gentlemen of the jury of the Super Review Show. I am not kidding you when I tell you this. I loved Cars 3. I loved Cars 3. And that is someone who hates the first Cars and thinks the second Cars is pretty good. I really thoroughly enjoyed and loved Cars 3. I never would have thought I would have said such words in my mouth. I could not believe it was like the whole thing with Lightning McQueen and he's retiring and all of his other cars. All of his other colleagues or racers are retiring. Like that trailer that came out, the first one with Lightning McQueen like tumbling, you're like, dude, he's gonna die. Like, it really got me hooked. And I really like this shot right here. Look at this. I really thoroughly liked and enjoyed quite a bit Cars 3 that came out a couple years ago. I really did. I don't know why, but I did. And look at that. Cars 3 is and Jackson Storm, and it's like, oh, Lightning McQueen. It was actually a lot of fun. I don't know why I had so much fun in the theater with it. I don't know why. Bill, tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, in all honesty, I only saw Cars 1. I didn't see the other two.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, the second one is like the first one is just everywhere all the time, But like the third one really got to me good. The third one like really, really got to. I don't know why it did. It's like because it's like just the third film in the franchise. Like, why am I here? Whatever. I liked it quite a bit though. It was really good. Like Lightning McQueen. I'm gonna go fast. Whatever. It was great. I don't know why. I really liked it. So, anyways. I digress. What else is on your mind, Bill? Cars 3.
Well, I've only saw the first one. I didn't see the second. I didn't see the other two.
Okay. Watch Cars 2, and then you'll see how Cars 3 is either good or bad in your opinion.
I know a lot of people hate Cars 2, though.
They think it's one of the worst Pixar movies, actually.
Yeah, and also because of the spy thriller, and also it tried to be preachy with that environmental message.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. I know that's why a lot of people hate it.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I did like the first one. I thought it was okay. But I do remember this thing. Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
Yeah, but by the third film, he kind of like goes away from that, which is cool.
Like I remember the kind of shows like a growth of a character in a way.
Yeah, I mean, over the franchise, he really grew up. As just like a mature, I'm an older racer type of thing,
Yeah, but at the end of the first Cars, when he pushes that Doc guy across the finish line and that other guy finishes first, I love that guy. I won. Now give me the piston cup. And they throw it at him. Now where's the confetti? Boo.
Ooh.
Yeah, but like I said, I've only seen the first one. I didn't see the other two.
Watch the second one for what it's worth. It kind of
I
sucks.
will watch the second one for what it's worth.
But watch the third one because actually it's pretty fun and it's very intense.
I think I will.
I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm an animated car.
I will take your word for it. And if it sucks, I will call you at 3 a.m. and tell you how wrong you were. I will do that.
Yeah, so.
No, I will literally put a timestamp, call JT at 3 a.m. and tell him he was wrong.
Oh my God.
But,
God, let's move on. So that was our Pixar segment. What do we got next?
Okay, well, what do you want to talk about next? We did Pixar.
Why don't we talk about what other animation studios are there? That sounds like a stupid question to ask on air.
What, you want to say Disney for last?
Let's save Disney for last. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's say Disney for last. Because if that's gonna be like a 3-hour thing.
Yeah, so
not literally, but a lot to discuss.
This should help you out.
Secret Life of Pets. I never saw it actually.
Okay, then let's not talk about it.
Have you seen it?
No, I liked it, but also this was an animated movie as well with the animals.
I've seen parts of it. I know Seth MacFarlane is singing it.
Oh, that's right.
Let's face the music and dance.
Yeah, I heard. Excuse me. I heard that this is actually a very. I think they made a second one too. I might be wrong. Oh, it's coming out this year. It's coming out in December of 2021. Wow. Pretty good cast. Matthew McConaughey's in it. Seth MacFarlane, Taron Egerton, Scarlett Johansson. Why not, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, Sing. What other? Secret Life of Pets. I'll talk about that for a second because I actually saw that. I don't think I saw it in theaters. I think I saw it when it was like on Netflix or whatever. I actually enjoyed it. It's about like this dog that's sticking by the dog shelter, and he runs away, and he's on his own. And it's like they talk. The humans don't know that.
What, Secret Life of Pets?
It's basically basically it's kind of this dumb idea, but it works. What are your pets doing while you're not home, basically?
You know what? When I had my dog, I thought about that all the time.
Yeah, like what is the dog doing while you're not there?
Like my brother and I used to have this joke when we were younger that my dog, when we were away, you've seen Risky Business, of course.
Yeah, dun 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 dun.
That my dog is probably putting on his do 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 do.
Oh my God.
Who's all records off the shelf? And then he goes, "Oh crap, they're home." Hey, why is my underwear there? They don't know a thing.
Do you have any other comments, concerns for Illumination? I think they're from Universal, that group, that company.
Yeah. What about Despicable Me?
Oh, I didn't think that. That's good. Despicable Me.
I haven't seen it in a while, but how can you not like the Minions?
I mean, they're great. They made a Minions movie and it grossed $1 billion. So what do you expect? And they still are everywhere. The Minions are everywhere, dude.
Really? Yeah. You know, they were actually supposed to be they were based off the aliens from Toy Story.
No. Oh, that makes sense now. Okay.
I just want to say the claw.
Yeah,
They were actually based off the aliens from Toy Story.
Wow.
But you know, one of my favorite sorry, just something I'll tell you off camera. Something good just happened. Anyway,
all right, whatever. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Drink, Bill, drink.
Okay. I'm good now, folks. I'm good. Anyway, Despicable Me. He's so fluffy.
Oh, stop it. Now it's back in my head. Damn it.
No, my mom actually has that for my brother for his ringtone when he calls on her phone.
Oh my God.
When he rings, it's so fluffy! It's so fluffy! It's so fluffy!
So annoying. Oh my God, stop.
Yeah, Steve Carell. We're gonna steal the moon.
Oh.
He's like the bad guy who becomes a good guy.
Yeah, in the end. What was the second one about? I didn't see the second.
I didn't see the second one.
Let's not talk about it then.
That we'll just pretend it doesn't exist.
They made a third one too. For real. Like they actually made a third one.
Because they gotta milk that cash cow.
I mean, the first one made a lot of money. Why don't we have the second one make a lot? Oh, the third one. Now the fourth one. I got one we could talk about.
The Lego movie.
The Lego movie, because everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. I remember that song was everywhere.
I know. Everyone hated it. Honestly,
you know what else is awesome, Bill? I'm like, what? Everything! Everything is awesome. I'm like, I was liking it, but I'm like thinking, if I hear that song one more freaking time, I'm going to punch something.
My God.
Hey, at least it's not as bad. At least it wasn't as bad as a song from a certain Disney movie, which we may or may not get to.
Stop talking about it.
We are not talking about it because it's like Beetlejuice. You say its name 3 times, it magically appears. And we don't want that to happen. No, we don't. We don't. Okay, I just want to say for our listeners, this is water. This is not vodka. I swear, this is just water. I would never drink on camera. Okay, I did once or twice, but that's beside the point.
I loved this movie when it came out.
What about Lego Batman?
Oh, don't even get me started. I'll get to that in a second. So this movie, it takes place with like little Emmett, and he's a construction worker. It's so fun. I loved this movie so much. I really did. I love this movie so much. I still do to this day. And Everything is Awesome does not get old on me, which is kind of weird. So, and Chris Pratt, how can we not hate? If you hate Chris Pratt, you're pretty much a dick.
He's such a nice guy.
I know. He's like the nicest, funniest guy. You're like, no, Chris Pratt. He's only Star-Lord and the guy from Parks and Rec. Whatever, man.
Oh, shut up, cynical crowd. I hate the cynical crowd sometimes. They're so cynical.
But wait, so I did not see the second one. I realized it didn't make a lot of money. But this
I didn't see Lego Batman either, but I heard it's pretty good.
Bill, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What's wrong with any of us?
The Lego Batman movie might have been the best movie of 2017. Look at that. It's literally what you've always wanted, me in particular, what I've always wanted in a Lego Batman movie, and I got it as a Lego Batman movie. It was so much fun. Dude, we should do a movie commentary on this.
We should, sure.
And it's like, I'm Batman. Like, you are so, like, Will Arnett as Batman. Like, for those who are listening on podcasts right now, it's like, like, I'm the Lego Batman. I believe that, like, he talked like that. It's Anthony Kent, the chat board, just want to point this out. Ugh. I like hearing why people love the Lego movie because I really don't like it. Trying to open my mind. Heh. It's really great. Give it a shot. Anthony, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but definitely give it a shot. It's really it's a fun, frantic, fun movie. It's really a cute story as well. I don't know, it's really fun. I recommend it personally. And I personally recommend the Lego Batman movie because this was the spin-off movie to the Lego movie. Mm-hmm. And it was so fun. And like, let's face it, in the Lego movie, Lego Batman had the best jokes. I'm Batman. Like, come on, you know? And the Lego Batman movie was so... I could literally spend an hour talking about this.
Yeah, I really got to see it. We're doing movie commentary on it.
That's my next docket thing. We're going to do a movie commentary on the Lego Batman movie.
You know, once this COVID thing clears up. Let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. Thanks COVID. Okay, you know what? We're making shirts that say that.
I already did. Just saying.
And you're giving me a cut of the profits too, pal. We'll talk later.
The store in our description below.
Yeah. You know what? Whilst we're on the subject of animated superhero movies, two I want to discuss.
Sure, go ahead.
Mask of the Phantasm.
Oh, we did a movie commentary on that.
Yeah, I've seen a good chunk of it. I'll tell you this though. I think with the Mask of the Phantasm is because I grew up on Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Again, yes, folks, I'm old. I get it. I'm 4 years away from 30. I turned 27 this March.
Jesus, Bill.
Yeah, it was actually because it actually came out around the same time that whatchamacallit, that Batman Forever came out.
All right. Alex, thanks for joining us. Just saying.
Hey, Alex, welcome.
Batman. This was a quick movie. Plug for our movie commentary we did. The only one on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah, and you know what? Because this came out around the same time Batman Forever came out.
And this movie, which is
the animated movie, was actually more adult than the adult Batman, which was supposed to be Batman Forever. Thanks, Joel Schumacher.
Thanks, Joe Schumacher. That's another shirt waiting to happen.
Nah, I don't want to mock him because we lost him a few months ago, and I heard, aside from his movies, I heard he was actually a pretty nice guy. But anyway, yeah, and this was really creepy too. It was really creepy too. And also Mark Hamill's Joker.
Oh yeah.
And also when he lets out the I can't do the laugh. I am not Mark Hamill. I cannot do that laugh.
I can't do it either.
I heard he needs to be standing up when he does the laugh. That laugh is like a musical instrument. But
I was also gonna say, by the way, just letting you know, the chat board is asking us to do our top 5 animated movies towards the end of the show, and
you know what? That's a good idea.
We'll do it at the end.
Okay, you thought it was forgettable, Matt? Okay, everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
But sometimes.
Okay, who proposed that we do top 5? Oh, okay, Alex. All right, guys. Here's what you're gonna do. Okay, since we're gonna do our top 5 at the end, we're telling you this now so we can give you guys some time. Give us your top 5.
Yeah, your top 5 animated movies of all
your
time.
Top 5. We're giving you some time to think about it because, whoa, it's a tough one.
It is tough. We've talked about it a lot so far too.
Okay, so at the end of the show, we'll give you our top 5. You give us your top 5. I think we could have some fun with that, can't we, JT?
I definitely think we can.
Who doesn't like fun? Because F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me.
Try it.
And is for anywhere and anytime and all down here in the blue sea. No, despite that, we're not talking about SpongeBob yet. But the others, I think the best animated superhero movie since The Mask of the Phantasm was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Ooh, good one. I still haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
What? Shame! 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 Folks, Chapo, JT has still not seen Into the Spider-Verse yet. He needs to be shamed.
Send the hate! Send the hate!
Send the hate, folks! Send the hate! Tell your friends! Tell your mom, your dad, your whoever you live with, your dog! Your dog! But, but anyway, okay,
And you knew it was coming at some point.
Okay. So anyway, I loved Into the Spider-Verse. I love how they actually,
Sorry.
I love how they went the more Miles Morales. And how many times have we heard the story of Peter Parker?
3.
We all know what happens. Gets bit by a spider. Uncle Ben, spider powers, he becomes Spider-Man. I liked how they took the
We've seen it so many times.
I liked how they went the Miles Morales route. I won't get into too much spoilers. I don't want to ruin it for you, JT. But I love like when they bite when Miles Morales gets bit and they're like pumping it up. It's this big dramatic scene, and it's like, and then he just flicks it right off.
Yeah.
And I just really like that movie, especially with Spider Ham. I just couldn't get any more weirder. Oh, it just got any weirder.
Bill, you have a question.
Oh, we have a question. Ooh, a question. I love questions.
Will
there be a second Spider-Verse movie? I really don't know, Alex. I heard it's in talks. I heard they're planning on it. But
does this confirm it right here on Twitter?
But Alex, I hope there is, because there's talks of it, and I really like where we're going with it. I really like where they're going with this, and I hope they do make a whatchamacallit. I hope so. I would love to see it. And also I love them. You know who I love? The king of awkwardness in that movie, Nicolas Cage.
Oh, Shrekless Cage.
Nicolas Cage. I am taking this Rubik's Cube. He is so awkwardly funny. I love him.
He's great.
And I also loved Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen.
And I really think Spider-Verse has really helped Sony Animation. It has finally recovered from the Emoji Movie, folks.
Oh, let's not even talk about that.
We're not. We live in a world where that movie doesn't exist. It's a beautiful world, isn't it? Yeah. So, yes, into the spot. Sorry, I keep knocking out my cord. So, no, JT, we talk about that. I will literally walk out my back door. It's literally right over there.
Sorry. It had,
So I just have to get up and walk out if we talk about that.
No.
That movie made Jordan Peele quit acting.
Oh, God.
Yeah. No, because they asked him to be the poop emoji, and he's like, nah, fuck this. I'm done. But yes, I loved Into the Spider-Verse. And JT, you have to watch it. I will come to your house, tie you down, and screw social distancing. I will come to your house, tie you to a chair, and make you watch it. I will put I'll be nice. I'll put a bottle at the bottom of the chair in case you need to do your business. But you are watching it, even if I have to do that. Okay, so
Catboard, come after me.
Anyway, no, what I'm gonna do is not illegal. It's just,
oh boy,
it's just frowned upon.
I know, I get it.
It's just frowned upon, not illegal. But anyway, what was I saying?
Yeah. So, where were we with animated movies again?
You want to go to DreamWorks?
Oh, right, Shrek.
Yeah, here's my thing on the Shrek franchise. I like I think my personal favorite one is the second one.
They've made some shitty movies.
What, DreamWorks?
Yeah, look, Boss Baby. Look, let's look at this picture for a second. No, let's not look at that. Look at all the successful ones.
Spirit. No, well, you had your thing on
Oh, sorry, Spirit, Trolls. The Boss Baby,
Trolls,
Yeti, Madagascar,
Shrek,
How to Train Your Dragon. We can talk about that, and also Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots. Antonio Banderas.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
And also Madagascar.
Yeah.
I like to move it.
Madagascar was a lot of fun. Okay.
It really was.
The second one, Escape to Africa, when did it come out? 2008. Jesus Christ.
I like to move it.
I think we'll get to How to Train Your Dragon in a second, but Madagascar was fun.
It really was.
It really was a fun animated film. Like these 4 New York, what do you call it? These 4 New York zoo animals, get stuck out in the, they're sent back to the wild, but,
And also the voice of one of my favorite comedians, Chris Rock.
Yeah. And he's great. So
yeah. Like that's where I first got my introduction to him was Madagascar.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move. You know what? One of my favorite lines in that movie. Where are you Giants from? New York. All hail the New York Giants. New York Giants. And my favorite characters are the Penguins.
And they made a TV show called The Penguins of Madagascar on.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Should we tell them the boat's out of gas? Just smile and wave, boys. Just you didn't see anything.
There's so many good quotes in that movie.
Yeah, it's like one of those things that you could just quote.
Oh, how the New York Giants. New York
Giants! And I'm wearing my New York Giants shirt while we talk about that. How funny.
They're doing all right.
Perfect.
Let's talk about How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay, I don't think I haven't seen it in a while, so I'm going to let you lead on this one.
I only now, chat board, don't kill me. I have only seen the first one.
I heard it's really good.
It is. It's so good. To be honest,
parts of it. Toothless is absolutely the dragon. He's absolutely
How to Train Your Dragon is. I'm gonna be completely honest. Is like this franchise rivals, to me personally, it rivals a couple Pixar films. It's that good.
Really, you think so?
I think so. You haven't seen any of them, right?
I think I've seen the first one years ago, but no, I really haven't.
If you watch the second one and the third one, like they're so good. Like these are really, really great animated movies. Like and it takes place with these knights and stuff, but like they're so fun and they're so heartwarming. And like the first one came out of nowhere. Second one was better. The third one I did not see, but I do know that the How to Train Your Dragon franchise has been very successful at the box office too. Let's check it out. It made $500 million worldwide in 2010, so they obviously greenlit a sequel on a budget of 165. Yeah. Honestly, and it was nominated for Best Animated Feature at the Oscars in 2010.
Really?
And look, it was widely praised amongst time on Rotten Tomatoes. It has a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's really Bill. Shame. Get on it.
Okay, let the shame begin.
Shame. Seriously, get on it, dude. It's actually really fun animated films. And they're so heartwarming and felt. They're just so great. This one was 2014. I remember when this one came out. Yep, I remember this one for sure. The kid's a little bit older, the dragon is a little bit older, and what do you call it? And then you got the oh my god. And actually at the Academy Awards, it was nominated for Best Animated Feature again. So they made a third one. The Hidden World, I think it came out in 2019. It made even more, about the same amount of money as last time. So it's just it keeps going up, not progressively like super high, but it's going well. What else? It's just like overall, I think it's really a great franchise. You have to watch. I've only seen the first two, but if you watch the other ones, if you watch them in order, it's really heartwarming stuff. It's actually really fun, really great movies. I do recommend it.
I'll give it a watch, and go ahead, chat board. You could shame me again.
Shame.
Okay. First, I want to say to Alex, boo Giants. Oh, you made a powerful enemy, my friend. And your dad, Beauty and the Beast, one of the best animation ever. We'll get to Disney last because, again, that's like a big process in itself. But
are there any other DreamWorks ones you want to focus on?
what about Shrek?
Sorry, I was about to say we didn't talk about Shrek.
Because, like, before we get to Disney, between DreamWorks and Disney, there's actually something else I want to talk about. But I'll make it fast, I promise.
Go ahead. Go right now.
Okay, you want me to start right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Folks, I'm really about to show my age here.
Oh, no.
I want to talk a little bit about Nickelodeon. I want to talk about some of the Nickelodeon movies, if that's okay. We'll make it quick.
Very quick. Go ahead. Which one?
What I think is really underrated is the Rugrats movies.
I hate them.
You hate the Rugrats?
I hate them.
Oh, that's it. Bye.
He's done.
I'm back. How can you hate the Rugrats?
Not raised on them.
What was that?
I was not raised on them.
Shows how old I am. Anyway, no, because I think with the Rugrats movie, I think why I really wanted to talk about this real quick was because the Rugrats movie, this was actually the first movie I saw in theaters.
Ever? Like
Okay,
ever?
wait, it was either that or Barney. I think it was Rugrats. I think it was the Rugrats movie. That was the first movie I ever saw in theaters. I just really liked it because it's actually funny. Tommy's expecting his new baby sister, but it ends up being his brother Dill. And the funniest thing was I was going through the same thing around that time. That was around the time my brother was born, and he was actually supposed to be a girl. So yeah.
Okay.
Rugrats in Paris, I think, is actually the best out of the three because it's a very, Chucky who has a single dad, and they're all guessing, oh, well, where's his mom? And in one of the episodes, it said that his mom, they don't outright say she died, but they hint at it. And
Okay.
But then in the Rugrats movie, they're straight up honest. Like, they don't say, sure, oh yeah, she's dead. They go, no, they say she's up in heaven. She's looking down on you, Chucky. And I'm like, they don't sugarcoat it. They're telling him that she's dead.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just about, Chucky, because there's this scene, another animated movie scene that makes me tear up. They're at Tommy's grandpa and new grandma's wedding.
Okay.
And there's a scene when the DJ, played by the late great Casey Kasem, aka Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, and he goes, okay, it's time for a special song for the dance for all the kids and their moms. And Tommy and Angelica and Phil and Lil and Dill, they're all dancing with their moms. And Chucky's just sitting there because his mom is deceased. It kind of makes me a little teary-eyed, thinking, aw, Chucky doesn't have a mom. But see, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. But yeah, Rugrats Go Wild, I thought was really quick, the other Nickelodeon movies, because I've been seeing a lot of them lately. Because if you guys go on Teen Nick, every night after 10 o'clock, they start showing all the old 90s shows like Rugrats and Rocko's Modern Life and Hey Arnold. And the past couple weeks they've been playing like the Rugrats movies. They've been playing the Jimmy Neutron movie. They've been playing. I can't even remember what else they've been playing.
They've been playing stuff.
They've been playing a lot of them, and I just wanted to take this moment. Sorry to hold everything up, JT. It's just that, this is nostalgia. This is stuff I grew up on.
Uh-huh.
And, 90s nostalgia is very profitable now.
Yeah.
It's very profitable. And also about the Rugrats movie, it was actually the first animated movie at the time not released by Disney to make $100 million at the box office.
For real?
Yeah. This has been Random Facts with Bill. But getting back to Shrek before we get to the big one.
And we have one more because a couple of people in the chat board are going off about the another animation studio that we got to talk about.
Okay. Is it Studio Ghibli?
Yeah, why?
God, Yes, I know, Anthony. I'm not old. I was busting your chops. I was joking around.
All good.
Yeah, I've never really seen any Studio Ghibli movies.
I honestly I don't know if I have or haven't, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, but let's talk about Shrek first, and we'll try our best to talk about Studio Ghibli, and then we'll get to the big one. What do you think of the Shrek movies?
Oh boy! Well, aside from all the memes of Shrek, you just have to search Shrek and look what comes up. Tell your friends. I like the first Shrek quite a bit. I really do. And don't worry, chat board, we're going to get to the Studio Ghibli in a second. We want to finish up DreamWorks first.
And get working on those top 5 lists, folks.
Yeah, give us your top 5 animated films of all time. It might be hard. It might be easy. Let us know. Shrek. They announced Shrek 5. I want to just touch on that for a second. They announced a Shrek 5, but here's the thing. With the Shrek films, there are 4. The first one was Shrek, then it was Shrek 2, and then Shrek the Third, and then Shrek Forever After. I could have sworn that I heard somewhere there was a film called Shrek the Final Chapter, where Shrek the Final Chapter. Oh, they renamed it as Shrek Forever After. So that's why this came out in 2010. It made $750 million worldwide. That's amazing. For the 4th film in your franchise to make that much. So they retitled it. Look at Michael Myers. Eddie Murphy as Donkey. They redid this. They really, they called it Shrek the Final Chapter, but it's called Shrek Forever After.
So that was probably supposed to be the last one, and then they changed it.
It was supposed to be the last film in the franchise, but I don't know why this 5th film is happening. I mean, yes, it makes more sense. Or they were talking about a Shrek reboot as well. They were talking about redoing it completely, Fox, like a sequel. They said on November 6, 2018, it was reported by the Variety that Illumination's CEO had been tasked by Universal to both revive the Shrek and Puss in Boots film series with the original cast returning. And Puss in Boots came out in 2011.
Yeah, it did.
So that begs the question about what will we see a Shrek 5? The truthful answer is I have no idea. Because Shrek is it's a very recognizable name. There's memes everywhere about him. He's still kind of relevant in pop culture. Why not do a Shrek 5? They talked about it briefly for a little bit, and they said, let's make a Shrek movie, right? Let's do this, right? I don't know if it's a good idea, though, because that last Shrek movie came out in 2010. It's 2021. Do you think they're going to make another Shrek movie? It's a very recognizable franchise. It's recognizable. It's popular. People are still talking about it. Bill, what do you think? Do you think if a gun's pointed at your head, will we see a Shrek 5?
Probably not. Actually, no, I think we might because DreamWorks is going down the shitter right now.
Oh, that's true. And they might want to revitalize a lot of properties.
We're still relevant. Here's Shrek 5. We're still relevant.
Shrek 5.
We're relevant.
Shrek 5, the Shrekening. No, actually, it's funny. They actually made a bunch of other stuff too. They did. They actually had.
I remember when this movie came out, it was everywhere.
It was, and then somebody once
told me the world was gonna roll me.
Yeah, that's still in our brains. So, a lot of
it is like the official anthem of '90s kids. Like all '90s kids, please stand for the anthem. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play.
It was based off a book too. I didn't know that. Shrek the book. 1990. Wow. They had a whole franchise out of it. Now, but I didn't see Shrek past 2. So where do you go from Shrek the final chapter, whatever it was called? Like where?
Forever After.
Thank you, Shrek Forever After. Where do you go from there? Where do you go from there? Do you make a Shrek 5 where like Shrek and Fiona have like a ton of babies and the babies are growing up like you do, like the typical Hollywood thing, like the kids are now doing it,
Got it. I think, in all honesty, I think DreamWorks just wants to stay desperately relevant.
Will we see a Shrek 5 chat board? Let us know right now. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down emoji in the chat board for a Shrek 5 right now, what you think, and let us know what you think about that. And we'll announce the winners after you give us your top 5 list. But overall, I think Shrek is a viable property. Yes, it's everywhere online. But, you can do it. So overall, I think it's possible. Bill, last but not least, one more thing to go from. Studio
Ghibli. Then we'll get to the big one, folks. We all know what you want.
I know what you want. I know what a lot of people want. We're going to talk about this. Is this anime?
Pretty much. No, but I do know this one because Studio Ghibli is owned by that certain studio, which we'll be talking about fairly soon. Yeah, it was actually funny. The original Studio Ghibli, the Japan version, that was Hayao Miyazaki, I think his name is. Yeah, Hayao Miyazaki. Because he's actually really good friends with John Lasseter from Pixar.
For real?
Yeah, and Lasseter actually helped bring Miyazaki's work to the U.S. because a lot of it was, and because Disney actually distributed all the English dubs of it.
So, Asma Earth is saying in the chat that it's Japanese animation. I know nothing about this. I'll tell you the honest truth. I don't know anything.
Guys, we're sorry if you're disappointed.
Sorry for this, but it's good to bring up though, because if you just look at the pictures.
No, because I heard Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle are really good.
Yeah, there's a couple right there, but that's all we know, to be completely honest with you guys.
And listen, guys, we're sorry if you're disappointed. Please don't come to our houses and kill us. JT, I won't give out your address if you don't give out mine.
Yo.
Okay, virtual handshake.
There you go.
Don't come after. I won't tell them where you live. You don't tell them where I live.
You got it, bud.
Okay, so yeah, but no, I heard actually John Lasseter is responsible for a lot of the English dubs of it. So yeah, Studio Ghibli. Anything else to say about that? Or is it time to move on to the big one?
I don't think that's. I think we're good. I mean, I just wanted to mention it because everyone was talking about it in the chat board. So
yeah, but if you want to tell us more about it on the chat board, please do. Okay, you know what it's time for, my friend.
Oh, please.
What was that?
Drum roll, please.
Actually, better one. Da na 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 na. Don't want to sing that song. I'll get sued for copyright.
Let it go.
Actually, my Justin and I actually had a parody of that song. It goes like this: when you wish upon a star, we even own your car. We even own your pants and parents too. Disney, the happiest dictatorship on earth.
Preach, everyone, preach. I thought you were talking about Pinocchio for a second, but that's okay.
Sure. Okay, what do you guys say about Pinocchio?
I thought you were thinking of Pinocchio. I like Pinocchio. Any other last films any Disney films that you can think of?
Well, here's the thing. If you want to go way back to the old days, I really like Fantasia. I know that scared the crap out of you when you were a kid.
It did. I'm still scared of it to this day.
You're still scared of Fantasia?
It haunts my brain, dude. This legit scares me. I don't know why. It just does. Because there's no word.
What? Dancing brooms scare you?
It just does, dude. Don't worry about it.
Well, it's one of my favorite Disney movies. It is one of my favorite Disney movies. Who doesn't like The Jungle Book?
Oh, we get
bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. Have you seen the remake?
This?
Yes.
No. How was it?
It was good. I liked it.
Disney's latest thing is they're gonna make live action films with their.
The Jungle Book animated. Have you ever seen the animated one? Oh, we'll get to that in a second. Don't worry.
Oh God. Okay.
The animated one in 1967. I don't know if you've seen it, but the vultures.
I have. Yes, I have.
You know, they were actually supposed to be voiced by the Beatles.
For real?
Yeah, well, here's what happened. If you've noticed, they have like the mop tops and the Liverpudlian accents.
I see. Okay.
They were originally actually supposed to be voiced by the Beatles. And the song, That's What Friends Are For, was actually supposed to be like a Beatles song. It was supposed to be like a Beatles style song. But either one of two things happened. Either they weren't available. Another story is Lennon told Disney to go F themselves.
Sounds like him.
And they actually changed the song to like a barbershop quartet style song because they thought if they left in the Beatles type song, it would sound a little, whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
It would sound a little dated. But let me tell you, in that movie, the snake Ka, when I was a kid, it scared the ever-loving shit out of me.
For real?
Trust in me, trust in me. Oh, it scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. But,
Really?
Oh, yeah, that snake scared the ever-loving shit out of me.
Yeah, me too, truthfully.
But, but what's your favorite Disney movies before we get to the big ones? I'm sure the ones everybody wants us to talk about.
The big one.
No, there's a lot of them that people want us to talk about, probably. What's your favorite Disney movie?
Animated movie?
Animated, yeah. Since we're talking about animated films,
I'm trying to think. Hold on. Is Mike?
really, Cinderella?
Yeah. I'm not gonna be like too embarrassed, but I
Okay, no. Everyone don't laugh at JT. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
No, I really like this one.
Really? Would you please have the floor? You can have the floor now, Mr. Mahoney.
There's something about it that just appeals to me personally. I don't know why it does, but it does. And I dig it. I really like this one a lot. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm on YouTube, whatever. But like, and actually, I like this one a lot. It's like it's so simple, but it's such an effective story too. The sisters are annoying and whatnot. And, it's really great. I like it a lot.
So that's your favorite Disney movie.
Yeah, not lying.
And now there's a time of Disney where things. Okay, after Walt Disney died, throughout the late 60s, the 70s, and throughout the 80s, Disney was kind of struggling. And then started the period known as the Disney Renaissance. And it started with... No, it started with The Little Mermaid. We'll get to that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Started with...
I'm getting into it.
It started with The Little Mermaid.
It was 1989? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was. It was 1989.
Wow.
Have you ever seen this, or?
I have. I like this.
This was the movie that really put Disney back on the map.
Yeah.
Well, really helped started to put Disney on the map. Like, the songs are great. The animation is awesome. I bet you to watch this song and not have Under the Sea stuck in your head.
Under the sea, everything's better when you are wet.
Under the sea, up on the shore, they work all day. Out in the sun, they slave away. But now we devoted full time to floating under the sea. Yeah, it's good. It's really put Disney back on the map.
It did.
And then I think the one that really helped perfect it was Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, right. Sorry.
What do you think of Beauty and the Beast? The funniest thing is how we talked about like certain movies were just for kids when we were growing up. It's like so funny. Like when we were kids, I thought movies like Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast. I'm like, oh, that's for girls. But I remember I was watching Beauty and the Beast one time on Freeform or something. I'm like, whoa, this is actually a better movie than I thought. Did you know this was actually the first animated movie nominated for Best Picture?
With Beauty and the Beast? Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But that was back when it was only 5.
Oh shit. Man. Guys, JT, please stall the crowd for a sec.
Okay.
Just stall the crowd.
All right, sure. All right, everyone. So listen, Bill is currently going through some stuff right now. We're going to mute him for a second. All right. So anyways, let's talk about this. Going to the chat board for a second. It turns out, yes, I completely agree with you, Anthony, in that the certain songs really do help out films quite a bit. It depends. We obviously got to the Under the Sea with The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast in Beauty and the Beast. But obviously, and I'm going to talk about this while Bill is taking care of what he's got to take care of, is currently I am not a fan of the movie whatsoever. But I'm going to talk about it because Bill is just checking in right now. Hey, Bill, how's it going? Well, so I was just pointing out in the chat board.
When I am there.
So, Bill, I was just mentioning in the chat board, Anthony and Ken. Thank you so much for chatting, Anthony, by the way.
Sorry about that. My chair broke.
Oh, you're okay.
My chair broke, guys. Sorry.
It's okay. So anyway, it's okay. So anyways, he brought up how songs aren't just great in films, how especially for certain films they make certain movies, and he said Finding Nemo and Lion.
Oh, I agree. Totally agree.
And now we're going to talk about I was just about to mention before your chair broke that The Lion King has one of the greatest Elton John songs ever, in my opinion. I may not like the movie, but I will acknowledge, Bill, the greatness and significance of indeed the song "Can You Feel the Love Tonight," and that'll segue us into The Lion King, and then we'll wrap it up from there.
Oh yeah, we got to do our top 5.
Chat board, give us your top 5 stuff. I'm seeing.
Come on, guys, it's almost time.
I know that Alex listed his already, which is great. Thank you so much, Alex.
But yeah, I want to Yeah, why don't you like The Lion King so much?
It never appealed to me the way it appealed to everyone else. And I've looked on IMDb, and I've looked at like there's a filter you can do like to get a 10 out of 10 or 1 out of 10 or 5, whatever. I looked at the 1 out of 10s. I tend to lean towards the 1 out of 10s. I really just do not like it. Now I've asked some people. I guess shame. I get it, but like.
Okay, I won't shame you for this.
No, but like, just hear me out for a second. Yes, it's like considered to be one of the greatest animated films, probably the best animated film ever, which I tend to agree with you. It is. For me as a viewer, as a film goer, and as a person who loves movies, I just could not get behind it. Like I could not like. I just couldn't get behind like the story. To me, it didn't make sense. His father dies. It's a lion, Hakuna Matata, and what a wonderful phrase. Like, there's certain elements I like, but it's not like this. It's not like this giant, massive. Like, oh, it was not part of my childhood. I know I'm very weird. I had a very weird childhood, but it was not a part of it. I could not care less about it, and it just didn't appeal to me the way that Toy Story did. The way that, plus I didn't see Lion King until literally until I was like older, like 15, 14. So I was not raised on it. I only knew stuff of it because it was so famous and popular and all that stuff. I could not get behind it. And I'm not saying it's a bad film. I'm not trying to degrade it, but I'm just saying that's what I've observed. And I want to get to really, before we get to your before we get to your side of it, I just want to point out again in the chat where Anthony, thank you so much for chatting, by the way.
Hey, you know what? It was good. It's good meeting you, my friend. It
Yes.
really is. And no, we're not leaving. But you know what? We're having a good time. And please come back anytime you like. Am I right?
Like subscribe to this YouTube channel, whatever.
Please come back anytime you like, buddy.
Anthony, we do this every Wednesday. You can subscribe, whatever. We do this every Wednesday at around 6 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, random facts.
Standard time. But anyway,
I just want to say he's pointing this out though. He said, "Oh no, that's in my top 5 list." But the Lion King soundtrack is another tectonic shift in movies. It really is. The soundtrack for Lion King was great. I do have to admit.
Oh my God, it is. Elton John was actually first embarrassed for writing these songs. He's like, "Oh my!" When he wrote Hakuna Matata,
yeah,
he was like,
"Oh
my God, I really hit a new low."
Yeah, and then sure enough, everyone's like, Hakuna Matata, like, you know. And also another one of his comments, I just want to point this out really quick. He's like, Simba is an unlikable protagonist. I can understand why someone might, yeah. That's a fair point. I mean, Simba is like, he is, thank you so much for understanding. I just could not get into it the way other people could. And I want to thank you so much for as a viewer to understand it. That means a lot. Thank you so much.
Anthony, answer me this question. How is Simba unlikable? Like, It's a coming of age story. He thinks his father's death is his fault. He runs away from his problems. He meets Timon and Pumbaa, who teach him it's okay to run away from your problems, and then he goes back to face everything. I will admit in the beginning he's a little he can be a little annoying, but it's because he's a kid. He's a kid. And The Lion King is, I would say, my favorite Disney animated film, but it's actually a toss-up. But I'll tell you the other one in a second. But I love this movie. Sorry, JT, but I love this movie.
I get it. It's fine.
I love the animation. I love the music, like you were talking about. And there's also, fun fact, there's also was a bonus soundtrack. It's called Rhythm of the Pride Lands.
Okay.
Give it a listen it's actually like a lot of the more African type songs that were in there, and it's also some of the songs that were gonna be in the film if they were cut. It's very interesting. There's only like limited copies of it, but it's on iTunes and stuff.
Spotify and whatnot.
But anyway, but yeah, and I also saw the Broadway show too. So
now that might change my mind. I have not seen.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
He got back to you.
Oh, he did? Okay. Let me hear what you have to say, Mr. Kent. Simba is okay. He's an entitled child, can't wait to be king. Runs and avoids his problems as an adult. Won't help after he learns about Scar taking over. Well, he does eventually go back. He eventually goes back, Anthony. But I could see what you're saying. Yeah. So this is a toss-up of one of my favorite Disney movies.
Okay.
The other one, and I think it's very underrated, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it or not.
I've heard of it. I do know what you're talking about, though.
I think this, even though The Lion King does have a great soundtrack, and I'm probably gonna get. I think this probably has the best Disney soundtrack.
You think so?
Yeah, because the songs, it's brought by Disney's pet composer Alan Menken, who also did Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin and Pocahontas. Just
right.
like the score of it, it just sounds so huge. Like
Symphonic.
Like the opening song, it's called "The Bells of Notre Dame." Like when you go in, you hear you just see the scope and you just hear the choir. It just makes the movie sound gigantic. It just oh. I'm like, whoa. And then it just really takes your breath away. And it also probably has what I think is the best villain song in Disney. It's called Hellfire.
Why have I heard of it?
Quasimodo is in love with the gypsy Esmeralda. And there's a song before that. It's called Heaven's Light. And then the villain, Judge Frollo, sings about sings about how it's interesting. Heaven's Light and Hellfire. It's Heaven's Light. Quasimodo is singing about Esmeralda like she's an angel.
Right.
And Frollo is singing about her like she's the freaking devil.
Oh wow.
And it is, I highly recommend you give it a watch. It is, the music is fantastic. The animation is awesome. I think it's really underrated in a way. And, before we do the top fives, I think we should do a breeze through some of the more modern Disney movies.
Really? Okay.
You talked about Moana.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna go. I want to list like 3. So Moana.
I really did like Moana.
I did too. With the Rock.
The music is also done by Lin-Manuel Miranda, the same guy who did In the Heights and Hamilton.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is the same guy who did Hamilton.
Okay.
And I saw it at one of those movie nights that I was telling you about earlier. I really liked it. Your thoughts?
On Moana?
Yeah.
1 second. Sorry. Chat board's going nuts.
Hunchback is a... Oh, okay. I get what you mean, dude. I get what you mean.
Sorry, chat board was going nuts. Which is great. Thank you so much. Moana, I really loved it. To be completely honest, it was one of those like standard like Disney things. And it had a little bit of like, oh no, like this is happening to her homeland, but The Rock nailed it. You're welcome.
What can I say except you're welcome?
You're welcome. No, it's so great. He was awesome. He was awesome in it.
Yeah, I also really like the song "How Far I'll Go."
Oh yeah, how far I'll go? I can't do it, but no, that's great. And it's like I really like this one quite a bit. I saw the thing opening weekend. The theater wasn't super crowded, but it was pretty good. Moana was great. What's the other one? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, and I think the chick who played Moana, I seen like a live action thing of her.
Yeah.
I think she's absolutely adorable. Like they were like going, how would you feel? Put on this face if you just got the part. And she was like, and then, well, you just got the part. And I'm like, oh my God, stop. You're so cute. So yeah, what's another modern Disney movie?
Modern Disney. Well, that's I was gonna say Wally, but that's Pixar.
No, it's Disney too. So
No, I don't want to. It's Pixar. It's mainly Pixar. There's a thing called the internet for a reason. Disney movies.
okay, you know what we really need to talk about? If we don't, there's going to be a riot.
Go ahead. What's up?
This movie I'm about to talk about, I think, is very overrated.
Which one?
Frozen.
Why would you bring that up?
We have to kind of talk about it, or else are people going to run us out of town? And I don't like to be run out of town. I'll be honest. This movie is overrated. I do not like Frozen. There, I said it. Come at me.
Bill, I'm going to let you go on a rant, okay? I'm going to go to the bathroom.
I just found this movie, and if I hear Let It Go again, I am going to throw something at the wall. That's how much I hate that song with a burning passion. A burning passion, I hate that song. And I just didn't find the story that interesting. I just didn't really find the story interesting. It was just, it just pissed me off. And like, no offense to the songwriters, they're actually really good, but I just really did not like this movie. And I really don't know more what to say about it. Okay, maybe because I wasn't the target demographic, but I remember when when the song Let It Go, it was everywhere. You got to hear Let It Go. You got to listen to Let It Go. And then I heard it for the first time. I'm like, okay, it's all right, I guess. And then once you hear it about 68 million times, you want to just want to not bang your head on the wall. Damn this movie. Damn it. Okay. To be fair, I haven't seen Frozen 2 yet. So I have not seen Frozen 2. I heard it's better. But I don't know. I've never seen it, and maybe because I'm not really the target demographic. Okay, let's look at the chalkboard. Doing the song with Radicals, a lyric, I have to respect that. Welcome back.
Hi, sorry about that.
Welcome back. Oh, that was a close one.
You're funny, Bill. I heard you ranting over there.
You have any thoughts on Frozen?
Overrated. Over fucking rated beyond fucking belief. It's sort of fucking good.
Yeah. Yes, Matt. Preach, brother. Preach.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony was saying Tangled started the new Disney look, which I agree. I kind of do agree.
I do agree with that. To be completely honest, Tangled was much more of like a, but like
Frozen, the music was different.
Frozen 2, I've heard, was actually better than the first, but that's
that's what I heard too. I was just saying that in my rant.
Yeah, I heard your rant like across the room. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
That's
JT,
okay.
Is it that time again?
Well, gentlemen, ladies, whoever's watching this chat board, it's time to before we wrap up tonight's show, I want to thank you all so much for watching us live right here on the Super Review Show. You guys are thebomb.com. But before we wrap up tonight, I want to make this very, very, very loud and clear with all of you. I want your top 5, and I mean this so wholeheartedly. I want your top 5 animated movie lists of all time right here, right now. So if you have your list ready to go, jump in the chat. But we're going to start with Alex Federa because a good friend of mine, he's watching tonight. He said this in the chat board, and I'm going to point this out to him. His top 5 animated films of all time are as follows. Give me 1 second as I can pull it up. His first one was okay. Ready?
Ready.
Monsters Inc.
Oh, we didn't talk about that.
He said no particular order, but that's a very good one. We didn't mention that tonight. Good
And I
job.
just have to say, Alex, you the little guy in his one eye.
I don't need glasses. I need a glass. Oh, where is it? Dang it! Did I bring it? All right, whatever. All right. Anyways, Monsters Inc. Shrek. Cars.
Okay.
Wally.
Eva.
And Toy Story 2. That was, and I don't know what order he has in, but those are his top 5.
Okay, so
jump down in the comments. So that's Alex Finera's top 5.
Okay, dude, come on, Matt. We want your top 5 right here, right now,
on the Super Review Show. Oh yeah,
we're calling you out, boy. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to do Anthony Kent, our new friend here. Please, and Anthony, if you enjoyed what you saw here, please subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe. We love to talk movies. We do and every topic every Wednesday is a different show.
Okay, here is Mr. Kent's top 5.
Oh boy.
Little Mermaid.
Okay.
Box Trolls.
Okay.
Spirited Away.
Okay.
Nativenia. The Lion King.
Okay.
And Finding Nemo.
Oh, that's a great list.
That is a really good list. Okay, now it's time. Well, my friends, the time has come to raise some roof and have some fun. Okay, JT, why don't you give your top 5 first? I got to think mine out a little bit.
To be fair, Bill, I'd like to go last because I am the host of the Super Review Show.
Oh, shit. Okay, you know what? We're going off the fly here then. Off the fly.
All right, go ahead.
And that's okay. My number 5 is Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Number 4, a movie we haven't talked about. Actually, no, we'll get to that in a second. Well, we talked about it in a previous one. I think I'll put that at number 3. My number 4 is Shrek 2. No, Shrek 2.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm just making this up on the fly here, guys. I'm going to be honest.
I'm going to be honest. Okay.
My number 3, Nightmare Before Christmas.
We didn't even talk about that. That's right.
Well, we talked about it in a Halloween episode a little bit. So.
That's true. We did.
I didn't want to repeat old points. So my number 1 and number 2 flip-flop because they're both Disney. Lion King and Hunchback of Notre Dame, as I just said. Okay, guys, this was sort of like on the fly here. If I had more time, and my list would probably be different if I had a little more time to prep it. So that's on me. All right, JT, over to you.
And it all comes down to me. Anyways, wow. My number 5 favorite animated film of all time. It's going to have to be Wall-E.
Okay.
Okay, so Wall-E is number 5. Wall-E? Man, I got to think about this hard. Up. I'm going to say Up is number 4.
Okay.
I don't care if it's Pixar. I'm just across the board. I don't care what it is. I'm going to say... So, Madagascar is number 3. That one forever will hold a special memory in my heart. Forgive me, what did I just say? I said, what was the 5th one I said? Wall-E, Up. Yeah. I said Wall-E. I said Up. I said, what was the 3rd one I just said?
Madagascar.
Madagascar, thank you. Classic in my book. I'm going to say number 2 is Toy Story 3.
Really?
No, I take that back. This one is not going to be Toy Story 3. It's going to be Cars 3. Wow, right? And my number one, these four are in no particular order, but they're just up there. Then my number one, though, is going to have to be Toy Story 2.
Really?
Nostalgia purposes. Yes, nostalgia does hit me. Yes, it's crazy, but I'm going to say Toy Story 2 is probably my favorite animated movie of all time. And I'm talking like everything from the story. Honorable mention would be The Incredibles. Another honorable mention would probably be like Monsters Inc. But like the movies I just listed, the animated films I just listed hold the deepest meaning to me personally, and I love them very much.
You know what? I'm going to replace something on my list. I think I'm going to put Toy Story 2 in replacing Shrek 2 because thinking about it, you know what? Maybe we could put a list on on Twitter or something because, guys, this is a hard list to make on the fly here, folks.
I know. So don't worry. And by the way, you can follow us at Super Review Show on Twitter.
But I would put Toy Story 2 instead of Shrek 2. I didn't want it to be too Disney and Pixar-ish, if you know what I mean. So
yeah, no, I mean, it's hard not to pick those because they're just like
Disney, Pixar are like the standards of because if you ask someone what's your favorite animated movie, I guarantee you 95% of those people are going to say a Disney movie. They're going to say Beauty and the Beast, or they're going to say The Lion King, or they're going to say
Pinocchio,
or they're going to say Frozen. Like, if you ask people what your favorite animated movie is, 95%
of the time they're going to say a Disney movie. And plus, Matt did say he doesn't have a top 5, and he apologizes. Don't worry, Matt. We still like you. For now, at least. No, buddy. We love you. Our number one fan. But he said his favorite animated movie is Spider-Verse.
Wow. Okay.
Which I really did like Into the Spider-Verse.
I can get behind that. I haven't seen it, but I can definitely get behind him saying that.
Yeah, so I might put my list on whatchamacallit on Twitter or something. I might do a top 10 instead, so I can give myself more time to think.
Yeah, definitely. So.
Okay, well, that's it, isn't it?
Well, that is it for another episode of Mixed Bag, everyone. I want to thank you all so much for talking about animated films with us for the past 2 hours. You guys rock. Congratulations. Thank you to everyone in the chat.
Sorry this was so long, but this is thing we could probably go on. We could probably do like a 6-hour show on this.
We probably could. Just a reminder, follow us on Twitter at Super Review Show. I've been doing a lot of posting on there as far as like just polls go and what to do next. We'll be back next Wednesday live on the Super Review Show for another episode of Mixed Bag. And the topic will be, we don't know yet, but that's okay. I want to thank.
We'll figure it out, guys. We'll figure it out.
I want to thank Matt Hemsley. I want to thank Anthony Kent. I want to thank Asm of Earth. I want to thank Joe Wiley. I want to thank Alex Federa. I want to thank everyone for watching tonight.
And plus, Anthony, welcome. Welcome. Yes. We hope you enjoyed tonight. We really hope you did.
Anthony, welcome to the club. Feel free to hit that
subscribe. If you ever want to drop something in the comments, please tell us. We would love to chat.
Share this video with your friends, your family, whoever. And really, it was a great night chatting with you, good sir, over the course of this 2-hour broadcast of our favorite animated movies. Thank you so much for watching. So, but yeah. So, anyways, that'll do it for us, guys. Again, you could follow us on Super Review Show at Twitter and Facebook and. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you love what you saw here tonight, please subscribe. Hit that smash the subscribe button and keep up to date on everything going on. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. You guys are the best. And remember, stay awesome and stay safe. We'll see you guys next time. I hit my microphone, but that's okay.
Oh, I've done that a few times. Don't worry. Okay, guys, stay safe. We'll see you next week.
Brand new mic. I'm sorry.